Hi guys. Alright, so yay! Brendan is going to be home soon. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do. I've been up all night just excited and reading and rereading, talking to people, and just trying to, get an understanding about what I was reading here. I swear, at first, I thought I was reading the petition by the defense attorneys for Brendan, but because parts of it just seem like the judge is just really going hard on some of the people involved and some of the things that they did, especially like Kaczynski and stuff. And it's unfortunate they can't do anything about it. And so I'm just gonna break this down into the two parts. The first part is where I'm just gonna talk about the two where to go. Yeah, gotta find it. I have way too many things pulled up here. So you have all these things pulled up, and there we go, Dassey's claims. So Dassey's attorneys filed two claims with the federal courts. Dassey's petition for a writ of habeas corpus contains two claims for relief. First, Dassey's claims that he was denied his Sixth Amendment right to the effective assistance of counsel. Second, Dassey's claims that his March 1st, 2006 confession was obtained in violation of the Fifth Amendment. So first, I want to talk about this because this first part, rereading this several times was really confusing to me. All this Strickland versus Sullivan stuff that they were talking about was like, okay, I get the idea of what they were saying, but it was really confusing to me. What was he actually saying? And thank you, Casey, after helping me. I thought I had it, and I spoke with her and just kind of got confirmation that the way I was reading it and interpreting it is pretty much correct from what we can understand. That when Brendan's attorneys were in the appeals process, they asked for relief based on one of these. I don't even remember which one's which now, and I don't even care. Strickland or the Sullivan. I think it was Sullivan. They were asking for relief under this Sullivan is what they were citing. But it turns out that they were denied all through that whole process of going to the appeals court and everything, so that the federal judge now can't make a ruling on this based on Sullivan because they were citing, or I'm sorry, on Strickland because they were citing Sullivan through the whole process, so that the courts up to the federal court where the appeals and everything happened, the state courts and the appeals court and all that, they weren't given the opportunity to make rulings or judgments based on citing Strickland. So that's my understanding of it. They used the wrong one throughout the appeals, and the judge looks like he's basically just telling them in his answer that there's nothing he can do because it was brought to him. It was brought all the way up by using Sullivan when they should have used Strickland, that they would have been able to possibly get relief for this if they had cited the right case. So that's why that part, he couldn't do anything about it, so he was unable to rule in their favor for that. But the only thing that matters really is that he was able to rule in the favor for part 2, and that's awesome. Because it's, to me, I think it's kind of like Kratz adding on all these charges, and really all they need is one. They need one to stick, one will get them put in prison, and so they keep adding up all these things. So So I like that they put two different things in there to get relief, and even though one didn't work out, the other did, and that's all that matters, because now he's got it overturned. And this is my opinion. I really want to talk about this because I've been having several discussions this morning about or hearing, seeing people post and talking with people about, are they going to appeal this? Is the state going to appeal this? They've got that 90 days, or they can appeal it. They can choose to retry, but I don't think that they will. And I completely agree with the way Sean Atwood put it, that this is what I was thinking too, that I don't see anyone taking this on. I don't see anyone being that guy, that takes this on and stands in the way of Brendan finally getting the justice he deserves and getting out of prison for something he did not do. This is there's Ethan. He wants to say hello. He wants to be in my video, but not be in my video. But the judge is. See, now you got me all thrown off, and I'm like. Anyway, you know what? I just want to tell you all. My videos are not scripted. They're not planned. I just kind of wing it. And it's like I'm talking to people. I'm talking to my friends. I'm just venting, sharing my feelings, my thoughts on things. And so I know it's kind of all over the place, because that's kind of how I think. I think all over the place. And I've been bouncing back and forth and going everywhere for several hours now. Just with excitement and curiosity, asking questions, talking to people, trying to understand all this legalese that I've been reading, and basically what I'm coming up with is still good news. I like I said, I was just about to say that I agree with what Sean Atwood said. This is what I was thinking, that I just don't see anyone willing to take that on right now, being that guy who gets in the way and holds this up and keeps Brendan in prison and retries him when it's so clear that, to so many people that are watching, and they know it, that he shouldn't have been there in the first place. Unfortunately, what that means for Stephen's case is that they take away Brendan's confession, which is what this judge decided to do. He's going to take away this confession, and that's what Kratz based his whole case on, against Stephen, against Brendan. And if you take that away, there is nothing on Brendan. So the guy who wants to try to retry this or appeal this decision is gonna be the new Kratz, but worse, the new Kratz, the new Kaczynski, the new Fassbender, Wiegert. He's gonna be that guy. He's gonna be the new guy who is going to get all of the supporters raining down on him with their wrath of, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. Because this is not cool. This is not right, and this needs to end. They just need to say, okay, we're going to deny, we're going to, withdraw this whole thing. We're not going to do anything. I wish they would just go ahead and do that and let the guys out, or at least let Brendan out now, instead of making him wait the 90 days, because they're not going to do anything about it. I don't see anybody wanting to be that guy. I mean, I said this earlier on Facebook. You've dug yourself into a hole so deep already as it is, you really don't want the attention, because a lot of us know, or we have an idea of what's down there and what's going to get uncovered if you choose to do this and go this way, because it's going to start getting dirty and nasty, where if you want to open that hole up, there's going to be a lot more seen than you want seen. And you know, it's not only you being that guy, it's all the other guys who are involved in this whole thing that don't want this to keep going on. I mean, I know because I saw some of the, I saw a post, some sort of news article / video about the reaction from, you know, the Halbach family and people concerned about them, and you know, bringing up all this stuff again, and they just have to keep going through it, and they're not happy about it, and the community's not happy about it. And I had to say something. You know, I had to make a post or a comment on this, because all I can say is, if that's what you're worried about, you're worried about the wrong thing. You need to be worried about who that murderer is that's been walking free around among you all for the last 10 years. That's what you need to be worried about. You don't need to be worried about an innocent boy getting his conviction overturned. You need to be worried about who actually committed this crime. And I'm not saying that you need to be jumping around and happy that, you know, all this attention is going to come back on you, on the community, on the family, whatever. I'm not saying that you need to be happy about having to feel and worry and wonder about what the hell is really going on, but it's kind of a wake-up call. You know, you can't keep sitting there and hiding behind this. Well, it's already done and over with. They've got the people in prison that they think did it. They proved it. It's over. Because it's not. It hasn't ever been over. It's never been over. And it hasn't been over since it started. And it's ever since Making Murderer came out, it just opened up the "it's not over" to so many more people than the ones just sitting there in your community. We're not biased. We have no previous, I guess, feelings on the Avery family or the police there or anything else. Like, we didn't know anything about them. We don't care, and we never would have heard about it if it hadn't have been for the filmmakers that went there and did this. So I'm thankful to them for opening this up to so many people. Like I said, I don't see anybody being that guy, so I'm not going to worry about that. You know, because if they do, I can tell you that I am going to be there. I'm going to be protesting. I'm going to be sitting on the steps. I'm going to be walking here, going there, talking to this person, that person, everybody, anybody, to you know, show that this is wrong. You're wrong. I'm going to keep yelling and screaming as loud as I can until something happens. You need to just let it go. You need to accept that Kratz lied to you. He lied to you all, and you're wrong. They were wrong. And now it's all starting to come out and be made right. Don't fight that. Help it. You know, like, open it up. Open up to the people who are trying to make this right. I mean, do you really want a murderer free there in your community? Do you really want that? Why are you complaining about that? Why, you know, it's not disrespectful to Teresa to want to have justice for her real killer to be paying for the crime, not the two innocent people who didn't commit the crime. I mean, that's not disrespectful to her. That's not anything that anybody should be concerned about. What's disrespectful to her is pretending like it's all okay when it isn't. And, you know, I'm sorry, whoever you are. I'd love to have a conversation with you if you feel like this is wrong. If you're one of those people in the community or wherever that feels like this is just bringing up, you know, bad things for the family and bad things for the community, and, you know, it shouldn't be happening, and you're upset about it, you should be happy that somebody finally is doing the right thing here, and you should be concerned that it happened in the first place, and you should be interested in getting a real resolution to this and not trying to fight it and, you know, voice your dissatisfaction with all this going on. Okay, well, there's my rant. So I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to make another video real quick about the part that the judge was actually able to make a favorable ruling on. Again, so excited. I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm so happy. And so many people are so happy right now. And I'm sorry, I'm just like rambling, but this is like real emotion, super flustered with all the stuff I've read and things I've talked about for the last 15 hours or so. My brain is overloaded and I am beyond excited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this is happening. So, you know, thanks for watching, and, you know, check out the next video.